Right now, I am at Tikri border, and when you arrive to Tikri border, you will find a lots of farmers come from different states. Right now, we are with two people who directly come from Karnataka. Sir, first of all, please tell you what's your good name, and after 26 January, what people of Karnataka thinking about the whole farmer protest?
Actually, my name is Ramesh. I'm from Karnataka. Actually, this is the history, basically. I believe this farmers understanding about the farmers' laws. That's why I'm coming here to support the farmers' protest. Yeah.
Yesterday in the Rajya Sabha Parliament, in PM used that word Andolan Jivi. How do you look upon this all issues?
I don't know now. Actually, farmers basically the farmers was the Andolan Zivi now. Farmers in on the road now. That's the basic basic problem for the farmers. That's why actually the state should understand the farmers' condition and they should listen farmers what we need kind of thing. Yeah.
Study the all three laws very in a details manner. Yesterday, Prime Minister said that 86% of our farmers have less than 1 hectare of farm. That this all three will directly or indirectly help them. They will just comes into the contract farming companies will come to there, have a contract with them, and just directly they doesn't have to go anywhere APMC or mandis, right?
Actually, I'm not believing that statement because actually more than 50% of our workforce working in agriculture sector in India. Where's the job for 50% workforce? There is any jobs in India? That's why. Actually, agriculture providing more than 50% of workforce to job providing. That's the only sector. That's the only sector can provide the more than 50% jobs in India. Yeah. That's why. Okay. Of course. Small farmers is there, very marginal farmers is there, and landless laborers is also there. But state state want to take care of that all those kind of farmers. They should give some subsidies kind of thing, and they should support them. That's the only one way to make the farmers sustainable.
Big question come of the subsidy. The government is saying that if government gives subsidy on 23 farmers crops, then a debt will come of $15 billion. And government doesn't want to spend lots of money on the subsidy. What do you want to say about it?
See, brother, actually, the subsidies are basically farmer subsidies. Farmer subsidies are farmers' rights, not a what they are giving. Actually, farmers' right. Because see, we don't have any MRPs for the farmers produce. Then what farmers want to do? That's why actually farmers subsidies is not a bhiksha, not bhiksha. That's totally their rights. That's all. Actually, they need MSP. They need MSP. Scientific price, basically scientific price for.
Make a law, make them MSP guaranteed.
Yes. Yes, actually farmers need scientific MSP basically, and, not a scientific price for their all producers, and based on their status, they need that kind of pricing policies kind of thing. Yeah.
Belongs to Karnataka. Please explain me what is the condition of farmer in the basically in the Karnataka, and what type of problem they are facing right now.
In Karnataka also they have similar problems is there. We have small and marginal farmers. Small farmers and marginal farmers, they are facing this kind of input, this kind of emergency kind of thing. Almost similar problems is there. They are also facing fighting for, struggling for MSP. They don't have any fixed price for farmer produce kind of thing. Yeah, that's a farmers.
After 26th of January, many Indian government and ministers are saying that they are not the actual farmers. On 26th of January, farmers shows what is their main agenda. The government are clearly saying that they are the Khalistani protesters. They are not the real farmers who are protesting right now. Which, how do you look upon these issues?
See, farmers are the owners of this state. Farmers are the owner of the all our country. Not only farmers, Indians, no, farmers also Indians. No, they are also owners of that blog and country also. These kind of narratives are. I'm not believing that this kind of narratives. Yeah.
What is the right to level any type of farmers that they are Khalistani, they are pro, they are urban Naxalite, that this type of things? Okay, one question is that how do you see the opinion, the reaction coming from the international areas like a Rihanna, Popisha, as well as Greta Thunberg, a big climate activist? If they are saying that they are come stand with the support of the farmers, government are saying that it's our own internal issues, you can't attack on our sovereignty.
Actually, that was the state safer game. I perceive like that only. Of course, they are as human beings. They are supporting farmers. That's all.
Sovereign is internal issue. When Black Lives Matter arrived, that everybody have their right to say. If the farmer protest is going on, the globalized world, everybody has a right to say, na?
Of course. Actually, not only in India. Basically, so many countries, the farmers' struggles are almost same. And, in India and also Brazil, some third world countries, almost farmers' problems are almost same. That's why they are supporting farmers. That's not other issue. I think that's they are also human beings. They are also eating food. That's why they are supporting farmers. That's all.
How do you see this when you have go to the Singhu border, you have go earlier at the Ghazipur border, you have reached right out at the Tikri border. What is the situation right now? How you are looking about that? The main thing is that the aggressiveness and the energy in the farmer protest is present, or it was like it's melting down the heat of the farmers.
Actually, I don't think like that. Actually, some of the farmers going out and some of the farmers coming in. That flow is going on. I think before 26 we can compare before 26 and after 26 the farmers are very aggressive means they're asking for their rights, yeah, aggressive for to asking that rights only, yeah.
In conclusion, just say that what next? What farmers have to do right now when the government has clearly said that discussion gate is every time it's open for 24/7. Now farmers have to come to and talk with them and want to amend some laws, but government is not in a clear mood that they have to abolish all the three laws.
Actually, they are closing their doors. They are directly saying, "I'm not ready to disclose that laws." But what's the matter? No, this is not the way to respect the Kisan.
Thanks for talking with them. So these are the farmers, or these are the people who directly come from Karnataka to the Tikri borders in the solidarity of these farmers, and they are showing that government have to listen the view of the farmers. All the three laws are not beneficial for the small as well as marginal farmers. This is Piyush Kumar for Tikri Borders for the headline.